Hey, Nikki Brown here. No matter where you are and what part of the world you're in, I hope that you're having a good day. So, I just wanted to share this thought. One of our biggest issues is that our unwillingness to help one another, right? And help individuals as well as in the community. We did have a strong sense of community at one point, and now that has almost completely dissipated, except for maybe a few exceptions. There are some people who are willing to help, but it's a very small percentage in comparison to the whole, right? To the collective. I remember I was talking to this guy, and, he was conscious, awake, self aware, whatever, however you choose to describe it. He was a vegan, very intelligent, good conversation, you know, things that some people would want, right? And so we started talking, we liked each other, and come to find out he was a polygamist, right? So I'm like, okay, well, I like him. I'm not really interested in polygamy, but I'll at least talk to him, get to know him, and see if there's something that I could potentially gravitate towards, right? So we ended up talking for about 9 months, getting to know one another. And during that course of time, despite him, being so conscious and awake, right, he was still very dishonest and manipulative. And for those who are into astrology, he was a Leo. So, that may make sense to some and not to others. If it doesn't make sense to you, that's fine. But basically it didn't work out, right? And, allegedly he was so into community and community building and, turned me on to these different things that were going on in the community, elders in the community and the like, right? Different businesses that they supported within the community. And, it seemed all good, right? But when it all boiled down to it and I decided to walk away, he basically said to me, I can't help you unless you become one of my wives, or at the very least, have sex with me, right? And that in and of itself is a problem. So you're saying that a sister who is basically unprotected within a community and needs help. And at this time, I had just started growing my business. And it was like, oh, well, I'll help you find vending events, which did happen at first when we were still talking. But once I decided to walk away, again, it was like, I can't help you because, I can't screw you. Is basically what was said, right? Which really in and of itself is very selfish. How can you be all about the community but unwilling to help any of the fellow sisters and brothers within the community unless they do what you want them to do? Is that really what it's supposed to be about? Or are we supposed to give selflessly from our heart without expecting anything in return? Right? Which one is it? Because to tell someone, well, I basically can't help you because you're not doing what I want you to do, is not community. It's not help. It's manipulation. And some may even say narcissism, right? But allegedly, you're so all about the community. But again, a sister can be unprotected and, brothers will say, oh, well, it's all about me and my family. And in their mind, this is okay. Yes, you are supposed to be about yourself and your family, but you are also supposed to have a sense of community in that you're willing to help your community, no matter how much or how little you have. And this is what people don't seem to understand. Help doesn't have to be on such a big level necessarily. Help could be your next door neighbor is elderly, right? And you're going to the grocery store and you say, oh, Mr. or Miss So-and-so, would you like me to pick up a few things from you from the store? And you bring the groceries inside the house for this person. that small gesture would make that person feel very thankful and grateful. Or if it is a sister in the community, and like, the situation that I was in, what's wrong with saying, oh, well, I know about this vending event that you can go and make money for yourself, to be able to provide for yourself, to be able to share your great product with other people so that they stop using the chemical laden products that are causing dis-ease in their system. Because that's what it's all about, helping the community in more ways than one, even though it may not seem like that's where the help is coming from. That's where the help is coming from. People are so busy thinking that somebody's trying to benefit off of them, which some people are. And that's why I say it's such a small percentage who are really ready, willing, and able to actually be of service to the community, that everybody thinks everybody else is corrupt, when in fact that's not necessarily the case. There are some people who are very selfless and who give from the heart without expecting anything in return, and who are willing to help others in the community, again, without expecting anything in return. And they do it quietly, right? There are lots of homeless people in our airport, and they need food. And there are some who will, buy this person food, or buy someone food, or buy them water, or, help them out, push them in a wheelchair, whatever it is, to provide that need in the moment, without telling anybody, and again, without expecting anything in return. Although when you give, you get. But it's a cause and effect. It's a universal law of cause and effect, because it's coming from the heart. That's tithing, right? You don't have to give to a specific organization in order to tithe. You can give from your heart selflessly to someone who is in need, and it comes back to you. Not that you're looking for it to come back for you, but it automatically happens. And you usually get more than you gave. Because there's going to be a situation or a point in time when you need help, and you're going to want someone to help you without expecting anything in return as well. As always, love y'all. Later. Mwah.